Hello, everyone. My name is Carolina, and I'm a PhD student at Max Planck Institute for Demographic Research and Max Planck Institute for Software Systems. Today, I will present the work Wikipedia as a tool for tracking mass migration flows, insights from the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I would like to start by asking you to imagine a situation of crisis, such as a war, resulting in a large-scale migration. Unfortunately, it might be easy to think about that given the recent conflicts and wars happening around the world. And in situations like that, we often observe a high flow of refugees leaving conflict zones. And these refugees, they seek for information quickly and efficiently to decide where to go and hopefully finding support at the destination place. There is a growing literature that claims that online sources of information, they are used during the refugee's journey and after arriving at the destination as important sources of information. The hypothesis is that while moving or right after leaving the area of conflict, refugees search for a place to settle. In this study, we aim to shed light on the relationship between refugee flows and online sources of information using Wikipedia data. We focus on answering two research questions. First, do mass migration events affect the number of views on Wikipedia pages? And second, can the number of views on Wikipedia pages be used to track mass migration flows? As a case study, we focus on the Ukrainian refugee crisis in 2022, in which more than 6 million Ukrainian refugees were recorded globally, and most of them, which is around 60%, went to Poland. We collected the daily number of views for the Wikipedia page that dedicated to European capitals and most populous cities in Poland across different languages. On the right side, you can see the daily number of views on Wikipedia page about Katowice, one city in Poland used as an example, in 4 different languages: English, Ukrainian, Russian, and Polish. We normalized this daily number of views to account for the increase in the usage of Ukrainian language after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And from this daily data, to reduce noise and provide a more stable representation of trends over time, we also aggregate into weekly data. We then calculated the increase in the number of views by subtracting the median of weekly views after the war started in February 24, 2022, from the median of weekly views before the war started. We ranked the European capitals based on the highest increase in the number of views in Ukrainian language on their Wikipedia pages, and we compared this to a ranking of European countries by the number of Ukrainian refugees using data from the UNHCR on the total number of refugees in each country as from October 2023. Our results here show a positive correlation between these two rankings, showing the increase in views on Ukrainian language Wikipedia page for European capitals and the number of Ukrainian refugees in those countries. Specifically, the Spearman's rank correlation is 0.5. We also ranked the Polish cities based on the highest increase in the number of views in Ukrainian language on their Wikipedia pages, and compared this with the ranking sorted by the number of Ukrainian refugees who were assigned a PESO registration number in each city. And the correlation here is 0.83. Then we calculated the relative change in the weekly number of views in comparison to a baseline period from February to August 2020. We found that for 18 out of 19 cities we looked at, there is an increase of at least 200% in the weekly number of views after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In this example, the increase is even higher, it's more than 500%. We then compared the proportion of daily number of views on Wikipedia pages across different languages, shown in colors in this graph, with the time series representing the official data on the number of Ukrainian refugees who crossed the border to Poland after the war started. And this time series is shown in black. Here are some findings. First, we analyzed the correlation between this time series, and for all the Polish cities we analyzed, the correlation is always positive between the number of Ukrainians who cross the border to Poland and the number of views on Ukrainian Wikipedia pages about Polish cities. We gave a step further trying to assess the Granger causality between this time series, and we found that the highest scores are in the direction of the number of Ukrainian refugees crossing the border to Poland, Granger causing the daily number of views on Wikipedia pages dedicated to Polish cities. This means that there is first an increase in the number of Ukrainian refugees crossing the border to Poland, followed by an increase of the number of views on Ukrainian Wikipedia pages about Polish cities. There is actually a lag of up to 7 days between the start of the war and the peak in the number of views in Ukrainian on most of the Wikipedia pages about Polish cities we analyzed. These results suggest that Ukrainian refugees and their families, they searched for more information about cities in Poland shortly after crossing the border. To conclude, our results demonstrate that Wikipedia page views can effectively reflect real-world migration patterns, and our findings highlight the potential of using Wikipedia as a tool for monitoring population movements and improving humanitarian responses during crisis, while we also provide some insights into the decision-making process and the spatial distribution of refugees. Thank you for your attention, and please feel free to contact me if you have questions or comments.